Hello, this is Sadie,
Benjamin,
Jordan,
Ian,
Anneli, Christine,
Michael,
Stephanie,
Anthony,
and Kim.
I'm your host, Ben Waid, and we are
Quarantine Radio.
Quarantine Radio.
Quarantine Radio.
Quarantine Radio.
Quarantine Radio.
Quarantine Radio 19.
While researching the jazz era, we came across a fascinating, previously unproduced script by an American theater legend. And God help us if we were going to keep it to ourselves. So tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we dare to present to you the world premiere of Arthur Saxman Miller's Death of a Jazzman.
Willie?
It's all right, Linda. I came back.
I thought you had a gig in Jersey.
6-year-old's birthday party. They wanted the Willie Loman Septet to play for a 6-year-old's birthday.
You brought all your instruments upstairs?
Just the sax, the trumpet, the bass, the drum kit, the trombone, and the piano. No wonder my back's killing me.
I'm sorry.
And we got bumped. The clown ran long. His stupid balloon animals. And that puppet show was interminable, Linda. Interminable.
Well, you're home now.
Yeah, we tried to play as they opened gifts, but nobody wants to hear. I let a song go out of my heart when they can watch puppets beat the living crap out of each other.
Willie?
It's a disgrace.
Willie?
Yeah, there's no culture left.
Willie?
Kid shoved the cupcake in my saxophone.
Willie!
What?
Why don't you ask your agent to book you here in town?
They got no respect, these agents these days. If Sid Shoemeister was still alive, I'd be playing Carnegie Hall tonight.
Sid was never your agent, Willie.
I know, but he had a janitor's key to the back door of Carnegie Hall. Sid would have let me in any time. Any off night when no one was around. Do we have any jazz cabbage?
You know we don't keep it in the house anymore, dear.
All the good jazzmen are on it. A man can't even have a simple narcotic in his own house anymore. Kid shoved the cupcake in my saxophone. Linda, did I tell you that?
Dear, you're going to wake Biff and Happy.
It's 2 a.m. What are they doing sleeping?
Biff just got in, Willie.
My day, we just be starting our second set in the club at 2 a.m. These lazy kids these days.
Biff hasn't played in a club in years, Willie. You know that. He says his spit valve is stuck.
Spit valve is stuck. Greatest trumpeter this family's ever seen, and his spit valve is stuck.
Happens to the best, dear.
He could still be big. He could play at any club in New York.
Yes, dear.
I'm gonna have a cookie. You want a cookie?
No, thank you. Watch your instruments at the top of the stairs. So are you all right, Willie?
Fine. Drumstick. Points to my nose. Go to bed, Linda.
Good night, Willie.
Hey, Happy. Was that Pop?
falling down the stairs? Probably. You know, he didn't have these inner ear problems when you were playing jazz in the city, Biff.
Oh, no. Not you, too.
I'm serious. What's there for you out west, Biffo? What can you get there that you can't get here in New York?
Well, if you really want to know.
What is that?
Guitar, Happy.
Yeah, but it's all covered in rhinestones and fringe and crap.
This is how they play it in Two Come Carry.
Aw, no.
That's right, Hap.
You're not. You can't.
I'm singing country western now, Happy.
Oh, no.
The noose around my neck don't hurt. One around my heart.
Cut it out.
What I miss about you bees is the way they make me.
Will you shut up? Pop hears that and his inner ears will explode.
You don't know what it's like out west, Hap. None of this artsy-fartsy modal improvisation on a 12-chord structure. Out there, there's a world, a real world, where real men lose real barns in tragic fires and lose their women in a bad hand of pinochle and lose their dogs in tragic rototiller accidents just at harvest time.
The appealing part's not coming through so far.
It's real happy, real painful. Just 'cause I'm blind and deaf don't mean that I'm dumb.
Biff, you want real pain? You whine one more time on that note, and I'm gonna smash that guitar right over your achy breaky heart.
Boys,
Ma,
I could have sworn I heard a cat being strangled in here.
that was me, Ma, singing about simple pain in a simple way.
What do you know about pain?
Don't, Ma, don't. He's just start singing again.
You want pain? You live with your father.
So he falls down the stairs sometimes.
Sometimes he lugs those instruments in and out of the house every night. Every night. Man, 60 years old and he can't afford a roadie.
I sent you that $50 last Arbor Day.
He used that to buy cowbells to impress Gene Krupa.
Oh, man.
$50 for cowbells?
And the doctor says if he ever tries to hit a high G again, he'll burst a blood vessel in his head and it'll be curtains.
Gee, Ma, I had no idea.
You and he used to be such pals, Biff. Remember all the jam sessions you used to sit in on?
Yeah.
He paid $50 for cowbells?
What happened, Biff? You went up to see him in Boston all those years ago, and it's never been the same between you two. What happened up there?
I'm sorry I ever came back. He's always worse when I come back.
I cannot believe Pop paid $50 for cowbells.
No, you shut up.
up.
I'll leave again, Mom. You'll see. He'll be fine.
He won't be fine.
What do you mean?
Last month, this is so embarrassing. Last month, I went downstairs to the basement for a can of weenies. Not regular weenies, you know, but those little ones, the cocktail weenies in the little sardine tins. You know, they're spicy wieners. You stick them on a toothpick. Tiny, spicy wieners.
Oh, we know what you mean, Ma.
Well, I happened to notice a lump behind the water heater. I thought it was a sack of something. I picked it up. I knew your father must have left it there. And it was
What, Mom?
bagpipes. Your father has a set of bagpipes in the basement.
No!
That jerk.
Attention must be paid to a jazz man who owns bagpipes, Biff. He's not well. His life is in your hands, both of you.
All right, pal, all right. I had no idea. I'll stay. I'll get some gigs with some combo. Dad can sit in with us. It'll be okay.
Sure it will. I'll sit in with you too. I can play cowbells like nobody's business.
Almost without a G Cooper.
Pop!
Willie, you still got a drumstick in your nostril?
Thank you, Linda.
Biff was just saying how he's gonna get a gig here in the city.
No kidding.
I'll need a trumpet with a good spit valve.
You can use mine. It's a little bent from all the crashes. They'll point straight up at the ceiling.
Like Dizzy Gillespie. You'll look like Dizzy Biff.
My cheeks don't puff like that.
You'll be big in no time, boy. Remember, when you played in school,
Yeah, and it was just marching band.
just marching. Middle of the school fight song. Who bursts into ooby dooby 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 bibbity boobity bobbity boop?
Biff did.
My trumpet boy. My trumpet genius.
Oh, confused all the cheerleaders. They missed their jumps and catches. People were being carried off the field in stretches.
My trumpet man.
Canceled the rest of the season. Hate mail and death threats for months.
And you can do it again, Biff.
Actually,
You go see Bill Oliver at the Litter Box.
oh, the litter box.
A new club on 42nd. Bill Oliver will remember you from band, Biff.
They'll give you an opening slot tomorrow night. You'll be huge in no time.
And Willie, you can talk to your agent Howard tomorrow about getting gigs in town.
I absolutely will, Linda. I'll tell him my son's spit valve is unstuck.
Well, you might want to find another way to phrase it.
They'll blow the socks off this joint. We'll be as happy-go-lucky as Charlie Parker and Billie Holiday.
Let's celebrate. Ma, do we have any Doobie-Doo or Ma's Little Helper in the house?
No.
Biffo, you'll see. What's that?
Oh, it's a guitar.
What's with the rhinestones and fringe and crap?
Actually, Dad,
Where's the trumpet, Pop? Let's get Biff on that horn.
It's so good to see the family jamming together again.
Tomorrow morning, I'm marching into Howard's office and demanding a local gig, Linda. You'll see.
huh?
Let's make some music. I'll get what's left of the instruments from downstairs.
I'll wash off this drumstick.
Pop,
Get that mangy drumstick, get that mangy guitar out of the way, Biff. We got music to play. Tomorrow morning, the Loman family's gonna make those nowhere hubcaps pin the artist tats and jelly tots to ever dig a tube.
what does that mean?
I have no idea. Jam. Yeah.
And now, a message from a loyal listener.
Hi there. This week we have a shout out from Marilyn Kroner in Boulder, Colorado. She wants to thank the entire staff of Fraser Meadows Retirement Community, also in Boulder. They are working incredibly hard to keep everyone safe, says Marilyn. A special hello as well to resident Geraldine Kroner from her son Barry and family. Happy 97th birthday. We'll celebrate together soon. So from all of us here at Quarantine Radio 19 and across the land, thank you for all you do. We're glad you're here with us.
Welcome back.
Who is it, Sugar Lumps?
Mr. Loman to see you, sir.
Oh, send him in right away. Willie!
Howard, my main cat. How's it hanging?
How's what hanging? What kind of greeting is that?
I was, trying to be hip.
Hip is out. Cool is in, Willie. Listen to this.
Ye gods, what did you do to that guitar?
It's plugged in. It's electric, Willie.
Well, that is Cool.
Haven't worked out all the kinks yet. If you touch the strings for too long, you get a massive shock.
Can see your hair's kind of already standing up there, Howard.
Yeah, but what's a little voltage when you're on the cusp of a new era?
A new era. That's just what I wanted to talk to you about, Howard.
Listen to this. Baby, 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 ow! It's a new piece. I call it Baby.
Well, that's really accurate. Listen, my son's in a...
All the songs in the style are going to be pretty much variations on that theme. Baby, 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 baby. Ow! Ooh, touch the strings too long.
Howard! My sons and I, we want to play some club dates here in the city.
Haven't you heard a word I've been singing, Willie? That old jazz stuff is out. This new style is what's gonna fill seats. We just need some white guy who can wiggle his hips, look good in leather, and keep a beat, and we're set.
I can wiggle, Howard. And I look decent in leather.
Please, Willie, I just ate.
Don't need a big club date, Howard.
Willie, jazz is over. We're in a new age now. I'm gonna call it shock and roll on account of the electricity. You know?
I know, but...
Now, if you'll excuse me, I got an appointment with some kid from Tennessee. Presley something.
But Howard...
I'd shake hands goodbye, Willie, but why risk your pacemaker, you know?
But...
Later, alligator. Baby, 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 baby. Oh!
Hello, listeners. We hope you're enjoying Eric Kohl's electric parody, Death of a Jazz Man, a spoof of Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman. Did you know that you can see top-rate performances of more theater classics right from the comfort of your own room? The National Theatre of London is streaming free productions for the duration of the COVID-19 epidemic, from Shakespearean comedies like Twelfth Night to the swashbuckling adventures of Treasure Island, or the romance of Jane Eyre. Fans of the classics will be enthralled. Visit the National Theatre's website, nationaltheatre.org.uk, for their streaming schedule. That's nationaltheatre.org.uk.
Hi, Ma. Hi, Happy. I'm home.
Biff, where have you been? We've been worried sick.
Yeah, Biffo. How'd it go with Bill Oliver over at the litter box?
Oh, not so great.
No, that's not acceptable. Your father is sitting in the backyard with a kazoo, Biff. A kazoo. He had one of the worst days of his life, and you're the only one who can bring him back. You are going out there, and you tell him that you've got a gig.
But I don't.
Think hard, Biff. Don't you have a gig? Because if you don't, and I have to listen to T for two on the kazoo one more time, I'm going to put my head in the blender.
You don't want Ma's head in the blender, do you, Biff?
No, but I don't want to hear T for two on a kazoo either.
I don't care. You just get out there and tell him something to cheer him up. Now.
Hey, Pop. Pop.
Delicious. Just warming up for our gig with Bill Oliver. You got the gig, right, Biff?
He sure did, Pop.
Why don't you hand me the kazoo? Nice and slow, Willie.
Where's our date, Biff? Where are we playing?
We don't have a gig, Pop.
Biff.
What? What?
I got into Bill Oliver's club, Dad. I was waiting to play for him, and in the corner I saw a guitar, and I don't know what came over me. I grabbed it. It just started playing.
Nothing wrong with playing guitar, boy. Django Reinhardt played jazz guitar.
Oh, not jazz guitar, Pop. Country western.
Oh, Biff!
What are you saying?
I'm a country western singer, Pop. I like songs about lonesome highways and cheating hearts and, God help me, women who stand by their man.
Ungrateful little whelp. You call that music? You call that art?
Willie, don't.
Pop,
You want to talk about music? You want to talk about art? All right, you phony. Let's lay it on the line. You tell them about Boston.
What?
Boston! What are you talking about, Boston?
Ma, you wanted to know what came between Dad and me? Tell her, Willie.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Well, maybe this theatrical flashback will jog your memory. It was a day I tried out for Basie's big band and totally blew it. I tried to make an improv out of a tisket, a tasket. What was I thinking? Nobody could ever make that song into a jazz standard. But I was feeling awful and went up to Boston to see Pop. He was playing at Club Ratatouille, but I found him in his hotel room.
Just a minute.
Pop,
Biff, what are you doing here?
I need to tell you. What is that?
It's nothing. Can you come back in a minute?
Is that a tuba?
No, just a very large cornet for the band.
When I came to the door, I could have sworn I heard a oompa, oompa coming from in here.
Oompa? No, next door must have been.
Pop, were you playing polka music?
It's not what it looks like.
My father, the jazz man, playing Lawrence Welk music?
No, Biff. It's not what it looks like. You gotta understand.
Polka, Dad. What's there to understand? You were up here playing polka music.
Biff. Biff! Come back here! Don't you run out on me! It's got a long, distinguished history in Eastern Europe. Flashback
That's what happened all those years ago. I could never look my father in the face again.
Oh, Willie.
I was doing a riff on All Out the Barrel.
But don't you see, Pop? It doesn't matter now. You can play polka and I can play country western. It's a big musical world, Dad. We don't have to be trapped here.
Come on, Biff. I think you've said enough.
let's go to bed, Pop.
In a minute.
Pop, if you want. I wrote a ballad about you and I could play it on my guitar.
No! Thank you.
It's tougher than you think finding a rhyme for
Go
Logan.
to bed! Your brother's right. We should all go to bed.
Will we see you in the morning, Willie?
Of course. He could still be great. He could bridge the gap between country and jazz. A whole new art form. All he needs is some fuel. A major tragedy to torment him the rest of his life, and he'll have enough material for a dozen albums. He'll be great. You'll see. Great! A tragedy. Wait a minute. The doc said if I ever tried to hit a high G again, I'd burst a blood vessel in my head. Perfect. Old trusty horn. Let's do it for Biff. For art!
you. Be careful on the stairs, dear.
I can't believe no jazz man showed up at his funeral.
We should have thought of that before we scheduled it for 8 a.m. on a Sunday morning.
That was a bad call. You're right. I almost slept through it myself.
You okay, Mom?
I can't believe he hit a high G.
He won't be the only one. I'm gonna start up a combo and play all his favorite tunes on his broken instruments every night with 2 shows on Saturdays.
Hey, why don't you come out west and write sad songs with me, Happy? You can whine with the best of them.
You kidding? And wear a cowboy hat? I'll stick to my beret and goatee, thank you very much.
Suit yourself. You coming, Mom?
In a minute. You go on without me.
If I could just find those cowbells, I know I'll be set.
I can pick you up some cowbells right from the source in Nebraska, man.
They're gone, Willie. I wanted to play you a send-off, a royal exit for a royal jazz man. But it wasn't about to touch that damn kazoo. And the only other piece of your instruments I could salvage was this trumpet mouthpiece. So, here's to you, jazz salesman. I'll catch you in that final club date in the sky.
The drums are loud, the trumpet call, while people shout, strike up the band. Hear cymbals ring, call one and all, to the martial swing, strike up the band. There is work to be done, there is a war to be won, come you son of a gun, take your stand, on like a bow, come on let's go.
We hope you've enjoyed our production of Death of a Jazz Man, written by Eric Kohl and directed by Kimberly Weston, featuring Benjamin John Gates as Willie and an ensemble cast including Jordan Renee Malin, Anthony Salatino, Ian Hefele, Michael Antico, and Christina Zavakos, with live studio sound by Mel Hatch Douglas and sound design and editing by Sadie Portman and Nick Cox. We would like to enlist your help, loyal listeners. Everyone could use a little good news these days, and we'd like to give you the opportunity to pitch in. Send us your thoughts of hope, love, and brighter tomorrows, and we'll read them on the air. Your words can lighten the burdens of the heavy laden and cast sunshine upon your loved ones. General quotations, personalized messages, and whimsical musings are all welcome. Compose a sentence or two and send them to quarantineradio19@gmail.com. That's quarantineradio19@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for listening.
This has been a presentation of Quarantine Radio 19. I'm your host, Ben Waid. Thank you for coming out of your panic coma, if you are indeed out of it.
Let the drums roll out, let the trumpet call, while the people shout, strike up the band. Hear cymbals ring, come one and all, to the martial swing, strike up the band. There's work to be done, there's a war to be won, come you son of a gun, take your stand. Fall like a bow, come on let's go, hey leader strike up the band. There's work to be done, Sorry,